Hello, this is Mr. Love coming to you from my kitchen. It's March 26th at about 11 a.m. and I'm starting a project I'm really excited about today. We're going to be setting some chicken eggs and hatching baby chicks. So if you look out the window here, you can see we have chickens at my house that we raise for eggs. And so there's my chickens. They all came from eggs, obviously, and grew up to lay their own eggs. Here's some of the eggs that we collected yesterday from our chickens. Now these eggs that our chickens lay won't ever grow into baby chicks. No chick can develop from those eggs because we don't have any male roosters to fertilize the eggs. So we can't use these eggs for hatching. But I just got in the mail a box of hatching eggs. So these are eggs that come from a company who does have roosters. They send out fertilized eggs, and I'll show you how we get them to hatch. So there's only 7 eggs in here, but they include a lot of padding. You guys know eggs are quite fragile. So take out the padding, more padding. Somewhere in here there's some eggs. Oop. There they are. And these, we have 7 and they're all different varieties of chickens. So different chickens lay different colored eggs. And when they grow up, when these chicks grow up, they'll lay similar eggs to the one they came from. So to do this, we need to either have a mom, a hen, that will roost on top of the chicks, sit on the chicks to keep the eggs warm and protected and a little bit humid so they don't dry out. Since we don't have the mother hens and our chickens aren't used to doing that kind of work, we have this machine called an incubator. And so we'll set each of the eggs, and there's a code written on each egg that tells us what variety of chicken it is. So we'll put each of these on the incubator tray. And these have just been stored at room temperature, even colder because they were outside during shipping. And the way chicken eggs work is a baby chick will not start developing inside of the egg until the egg reaches the body temperature of a chicken, which is about 99.5 degrees. And so when the mother hen sits on her chicks, they warm up to that temperature and the baby chick can start to develop. The way she does that, because most chickens only lay about 1 egg per day, so she doesn't want chickens hatching all the time. So what the mom will do is lay an egg, about 1 egg a day, and then when she has what's called a clutch, however many chicks she would like to raise, I think it's usually between maybe 5 and 10, she'll then sit on all of the eggs at the same time, so they all start developing into baby chicks at the same time, even though they were laid at different times. So we're going to simulate that by putting these all in the incubator at the same time. This incubator has a heating element inside to control the temperature, to make it warm. There's a little fan to circulate the warm air. And then it has this gear that's attached to a motor. The motor's here. This gear connects with the teeth on the gear on this tray, and it will cause the tray to turn. When the tray turns, the eggs rotate or turn with the tray. And the reason for that is if the baby chick develops inside of the egg and it doesn't get turned, it can stick to the inside of the egg and not grow properly. The mother hen turns her eggs over a few times a day. This machine will turn the eggs. We can actually set how often we want it to turn and how far we want it to turn. So we'll have to set that. We'll set the temperature. And chickens take about 21 days for the baby chick to develop inside of the egg. So we'll be checking on these. We can actually, over the next 21 days or 3 weeks, we can actually shine a light in the egg in a dark room, and we can see the baby chicks starting to develop inside. So I can make a video of that. Maybe we could do that every few days just to see how they're developing. I'll go ahead and get this plugged in, and it's probably going to make some noise right away. Yep, so it turned them a little bit, and now we just need to program this machine. See, right now it's at 60 degrees. If you would like to do your weekly investigation based on this incubation process we've been talking about, I have some ideas for how you could do that. One is you could draw a life cycle diagram for a chicken or some other organism, any plant or animal really. Every living thing has a life cycle. Also, if you wanted to compare a chicken's life cycle to the life cycle of a different organism, you could make a chart or just write a report explaining similarities and differences between the life cycle of a chicken compared to some other organism. Again, any plant, any animal, any human, you could probably find some similarities and definitely find some differences. Most birds build nests, lay eggs, and raise their babies in the spring. Chickens lay their eggs in the spring. A lot of animals give birth and raise their young beginning in the spring, and I challenge you to think of as many reasons as you can about why birds and other animals begin raising their young in the spring and not some other time of year. So how many reasons can you think of? Finally, in the video, I have showed you how an incubator machine, this thing right here, can do the job of a mother hen, keeping the eggs warm, turning the eggs. The challenge is for you to design a machine that could do a job that is normally done by an animal. Those are some ideas I have for how you could inspire a weekly investigation off of this incubation process. If you have some other idea, go for it. And I look forward to what you all come up with. Have a great week. Bye.